This video will teach you about the annual spending tracker given to you from Wealth is My Worth. You can get this tracker for free by going to wealthismyworth.com and putting in your name and email. See you guys inside. So we're going to jump in and start talking about the annual spending tracker. On this doc, just like the rest of them, you only want to update or modify any of the cells that are in white. So as you can see, there's a lot of these on this left column here. Anything in the middle that has a dollar amount, but nothing on this side that has green. First thing you want to do is update the year. We're going to do 2022. You want to start with the last month that has completed. So if today is September, even the 30th, then what you want to do is go through August, because September has not completed yet until the end of the day. So let's go to August here, and then you can click here, drag this corner and drag it over, and it'll update the rest of these for you. And then you can also go in and change this. If we had gone through the next year, let's say December, January, we can do 2023 here. When you're starting off with this, you want to make sure that you grab all of your bank statements for the last 6 months. And that's going to be from March through August. And that includes your regular credit card statements and your debit card statements as well, for whatever banks that you're using. In addition to that, you're going to want to grab your pay stubs for those months as well. First thing that we're going to start with is your income. So for your pay stubs, make sure that you put in your salary. You can put hourly here, whatever you have, make sure you put that information in here. And when you add it, you see this equal sign. This equal is very important. Do equals. And the only reason you use the equal because you'll most likely have more than one value in this cell. So if you got paid, let's just say 2,500 twice that month, you'll put 2,500. And if you push enter, you see it populates, but you might have gotten paid more than once. So let's put plus 2,500. Now you can see it does the math for you. Make sure you do this for every single month. If you get paid semi-monthly, you can actually just drag this across and you know exactly how much it is, and it'll do the math for you. I don't suggest that. I say go through all of your statements and update everything, because sometimes there's small little things that you forget about that are in there. Again, this is going to be the gross amount. If you have a bonus that happens in one of these months, go ahead and add that in there. If you get paid dividends or business income or any of these other things, child support, or if you received a refund, if you were shopping on Amazon, you returned something, they gave you money back, and that goes back into your bank account, that is this column here. Okay. Alrighty. Anything else that I forgot, you can go ahead and change this name or any of the other ones as well that you're not using. Okay, going into your gross expenses, you'll see that you have things that come out of your check. So using these cells, you can say how much of your check was used to pay these expenses. Yes, taxes is an expense, and it's actually one of your biggest expenses. So you can go in here and say out of your $2,500, you ended up spending $250 on whatever expense it is. If you want to, you can actually go in and put all of the different types of taxes in here. So you can say plus the 120 plus, $10 or something. Now you can see what happens when you make a mistake. It adds these, instead of adding these up, it just shows a long list. And that is because I didn't put the equal sign. So if I go back to this cell and go before all those numbers, hit the equals, and then it does the math for you. Okay. Do the same with your health insurance and other benefits as well. This will just calculate how much you're spending on these specific items. Okay, going down to your savings, this is going to be things that you're paying for. It could be out of your check or it could be out of your bank account. If you're transferring money to a savings account, go ahead and put that in here. If you're paying into like a 401k, like a work retirement account, and it comes straight out of your check, make sure you're getting that information as well and add this up. Okay. All this you should understand. It should be pretty self-explanatory. These debt obligations, this is actual payments on your card. So if you have, let's say, this Gap credit card and you pay $50 a month, make sure you put on here how much you've paid for the last 6 months. Don't just assume that you've paid $50 a month or however much. Go on there and make sure you find it in your statements so you can see how much you're actually spending on these. Coming in here, you can change this to rent if you rent. If it says mortgage, you can just leave it as that. If some of these things do not apply, then just go ahead and leave them. If you have something that's not on here, go ahead and change the name of any of these, and then continue going down. The rest of this should make perfect sense. The only thing left that I will talk about is this bottom section that shows you exactly how much each section you're spending on. So it'll show you how much you spent on your non-negotiables, on your variable expenses, and on fun and entertainment. You might not know how those categories affect you now or what that means, but we will talk about it in the future. So make sure you go ahead and fill this out. Give it some time. It will take some time. It generally takes people 2 days of working at this to complete the whole thing, and each day usually takes at least a couple hours. So give yourself a minimum of 4 hours to complete this. Do not give up. This is the biggest task that you'll be given, and if you can figure this out, all the rest of your budget, I promise you, will be easy. Alrighty, guys, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you on the next one.